And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And incomplete to open things up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They'll come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second and 5. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there keeping the toes in bounds.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Rutherford. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Up the middle they go. Rutherford. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Texans send the punter out, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
And they'll begin by running the option.
Oh, he shifts past him. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
2nd down and inches. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Left right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good,
and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
On first down, Rutherford. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll keep it on the ground. Rutherford, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. On second down, Rutherford. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, what a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Moss. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Sanders is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
London about set to take over on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wise.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Rutherford. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 17, and it also gives him the first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far. And that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now has just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield. Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Cooper looks to throw. That's complete to Ward. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that brings up 3rd and the full 10 yards. Cooper will look to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
London about set to take over on offense. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cooper. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The confidence of the big play In his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Cooper. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now a handoff up the middle. Carroll, and he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, Cooper. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Cooper. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw on 2nd down. Terry. He finds his man. Complete. That's Walton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st down, Manning. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Terry got a man and he hits him in stride. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Terry. He finds his man. Complete. It's Manning.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To throw on 3rd down. Terry. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row, he's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. Now Cooper throwing to start the drive. Got a man, that's Ward. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Cooper. One more time for Ward here, and he's got it again. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a give, right side. It's Carroll, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Cooper. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Black Knights will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Houston's offense taking over again. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Kind of picked themselves up from that one.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Terry. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Terry. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. This complete to Langford. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught by Howard. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They'll run on first down. Manning. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Terry. It's caught. Here's Langford. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Terry. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle they go. It's Manning, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Zach Moss
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Cooper. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. From the 36, Cooper. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Cooper now throwing on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ward.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Carroll. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Carroll. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cooper. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On 1st down, Carroll. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Cooper. And he's got his man on the out route.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, Cooper. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Carroll, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Black Knights have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Throwing to start the drive. Terry, he finds his man, complete. That's Manning. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Terry. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 83, incomplete. Results, the 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
London about set to take over on offense.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.